Hey, I was going to share this with a client and figured let me just hop in and share this amazing exercise set that will totally open up your hip flexors, get those muscles in alignment so that they are coordinating with the other muscles that make up your powerful glutes so that you are in better biorhythm and not causing hip pain or inflammation. It's one of the most common areas of injury, and when we're locked up down there, we actually deplete ourselves of a tremendous amount of energy, and that energy can be directed literally toward your creativity, your sense of personal power, your sense of not just self-worth, but helping others feel their self-worth, your relationship with yourself and others, and your ability to just feel anchored and secure, knowing you got everything you require already inside you. So this is good stuff. So open up the hip flexors, boom, and open up your creativity. And super easy. It'll take like 10 minutes to run through this. So you're going to start on the ground, lying on your back. And I'll just walk you through this. So you're gonna just keep your knees bent, lying back. You're gonna cross one leg over the other. So it's called a figure four, hands down at your sides, neck is relaxed, and you're just gonna lift the hips up and then down, up. You're gonna feel a nice stretch, nice opening, probably where you're locked up. One side might be tighter than the other, that's cool. So you're gonna switch, same thing on the other side. So that's called a figure four, hip lift or hip bridge. And then the next exercise, you're going to come onto all fours, which we call quadruped, and you are going to do some leg lift. So what we're doing here is we're really activating the glutes, which we tend to sit on a lot, and we're stretching through the hip flexors. So keeping the legs straight, keeping the back nice and neutral spine, neutral head, neutral neck. And then same thing, other side. Neutral head, that's funny. Neutral mind, that's what we want, neutral mind. This is the year of the neutral mind. So, quadruped, hip extensions, and then staying in the same position in quadruped, so hands and knees, you're going to do some thoracic spine. Has a wonderful range of motion, of rotation. So what you want to do on this is you want to keep your neck in alignment with your spine. So you're not looking upward, right? You're twisting from the thoracic spine. Now, why is this important? Because if you use the range of motion in your thoracic spine more, then it alleviates some compensatory motion that perhaps your hips are creating because your hip flexors are locked. This is going to allow you to open up and stretch through the hip flexors because everything is connected. Our body is simply a chain. So next exercise, very, very therapeutic. Next exercise you're going to do is a wall leg swing. So this is for ankle mobility. Again, if the ankles are tight, guess what? Your knees are going to have to become more mobile. The knees are not meant to be mobile, they're meant to be stabilizing joints. And so you can place more pressure on the knees, and then perhaps it's going to throw your chain off and create some perceived leg length discrepancy. I don't like to use those words because it's not real, but perceived leg length discrepancies, and again, placing more tension perhaps one side of the pelvis than the other. And then what happens is these muscles like the iliopsoas, which is a very powerful hip flexor, are firing, misfiring, and it's throwing your chain off. So you want to grab a hold of a wall or something you can balance on, and you're simply just, this is my favorite exercise, swing the leg back and forth. Now this is not for the hip. What's happening is if you're standing on your left leg, your left ankle is actually inverting, everting, just like this. And the ankle, again, is meant to do these things, but because we do funny stuff as humans, like only go front, back like this, and we wear weird shoes, and we don't walk enough, and we don't walk on imbalanced surfaces that allow our ankles to do what they're supposed to do, we can can get kind of calcified down there. So it's a great way to enhance the strength of the ankles. Therefore, opening up the hip flexors, rocking and rolling here. See the creative energy coming through? It's awesome. So next exercise is wall wise. Again, shoulders can be part of the issue as well. If you're used to wearing a bag on one side of the shoulder, which a lot of us aren't doing these days because where are we going, right? We're not going anywhere. But if you are at your computer and you're constantly looking over one side, looking to your, off your shoulder rather, or if you're sleeping on one side, again, this can then lead to locking up in the thoracic spine, the hip comes up, the ankles, everything. So we do want to pay attention to everything. So imagine I've got a wall behind me. So you're going to place your back flat on the wall. You're going to bring your arms back flat on the wall. Now you might actually feel the tension and the stretch just simply holding yourself here. If you can bring your arms all the way back without pain, you want to start to slide yourself up the wall without taking any part of your arm off the wall. So the entire arm from the shoulder down through the elbow all the way out into the hands is pressed against the wall. If you find that you reach a certain point and you're getting stuck and it's painful, then just go to that range of motion and simply work from there. If you're experiencing a lot of pain, reach out to me and we can, navigate around that a little bit more deeply and make it a little bit more of a customized approach to what your body requires. Next exercise, single leg squat to stand. Now you can do this with a chair, you can do this without a chair, but the idea is we're just trying to strengthen the large muscles of the glutes and get more of that hip extension going. So you could do it as simply as this. Doesn't have to be low, doesn't have to be a lot, just sticking that tushy back and coming up. We do single leg because again, it gives you that little bit of balance, which is awesome. And then we've got walking knee cradles. So you can do this in place or you could do this walking, whatever floats your boat, but you're literally gonna cradle your leg up, bring it down, up, bring it down. This feels so good. This is so magnificent. So when I do walking leg cradles, I like to actually give myself like a little speech. And I talk about like all the ways I want to show up and be creative today. If I'm meeting a challenge, this is an opportunity. As I'm opening up my hips, I literally call in the energy of my curious spirit and I start to think about surrendering to all the possibilities of solving a problem that I didn't otherwise see before. So it's not just me physically exercising my body. I like to imbibe the energy I'm calling in. So I'm calling in creativity, I'm calling in curiosity and wonderment, then I imbibe that as I'm moving my body. So I offer that to you as a little bonus. Okay, moving on. Last two exercises are a bit more challenging and you can just do the best you can with them. If you find that you're having, again, some knee pain or some actual hip pain, hip tension, I would remove these two and certainly feel free to reach out to me. Don't hesitate to. I'm happy to do a more customized approach if that's what you're seeking. So the first exercise is a reverse lunge with a twist. So a lot of balance here, which is great. So you can keep your arms here, step back, and you're gonna just simply twist your thoracic spine to the side of the leg that's forward. So if your left leg's forward, you twist left. If your right leg's forward, you twist right. Boom, super simple. Alternate, twist, back to center. Get that coordinated effort. And then last exercise is just a lateral squat or a lateral lunge. So you can just step apart and you can just stretch, which feels wonderful. So you're getting a little bit of that shoulder range of motion, and then same thing to the other side. And that is a great set. Opening up the hip flexors, opening up your creativity, opening up that sensual energy, get those juices flowing, get that get what we call pelvic ignition in yogic science. We call it pelvic ignition, meaning you're igniting those lower chakras. And when you do, if you imagine your pelvis is like this beautiful cauldron of energy, just waiting to be turned into steam up through that heart chakra, amplified and out through your wonderful voice, so that you are carrying forth your mission on the planet without fear, and that you are sharing your unique voice and leading from a place of your destiny's path. So much love. Peace. peace out. Hope this was helpful. Feel free to share this with anyone you know that might feel like their hips are locked, which means their creativity is locked, and that doesn't do us any good. We need everyone's creativity right now for the betterment of the planet. So, spreading the love. Peace out.